So today we are going to build this like banner or slider, whatever you wanna call it or what. So without wasting any time, let's begin. I've already set a font and the colors red, blue, green, yellow. So that's that. So now let's start building it. So the first thing we are gonna do is write the HTML. So let's start with the container. Tab. This will hold like everything, all of it, and inside that we'll have a like one second. Sorry, we will have a slider. This div will contain this whole thing. The above container will is just there to like center it. Inside that we will have a list with the class of, I guess, slider. Oh, there's a typo right there. And inside that we'll have like there are 4 items, right? Yep. We would have a slider containing these 4 items. Star 4. This doesn't work. So CodePen apparently doesn't allow you to make like 4 sliders, so we'll have to copy paste it ourselves, I guess. One will be, the first one is design, the second one is code, third one is build, and the last one is create. Now let's set it, let's add the color. So the first one is the color of, like, let me see, some of us, create is green, so let's add green here. Code is red. Build is blue. And design is yellow. Code is red. No? What am I doing? What is red? Build is blue. Everything else is red. The build is first, then comes create, then design, then code. So we are done with the HTML here. We don't need anything else. So first thing I generally do is remove the default styling altogether. So like what I'll do is margin is equal 0, padding 0, and box sizing border box. I'll do this with most projects every time. So default stylings won't ever bother with the styles I create. Then let's make body cover the whole screen. So mean height will be 100 viewport. Then display grade and place items center. So this is like the best way to center the items. Now, oh, I forgot the for everyone. So let's add the for everyone here. And so for everyone will go like here. Mm, Now everything is there. Let's get back to CSS. Now let's add the font to the container. So font family will be like Google Sans. So this is the font that Google uses, as you can see. Now font. This is already like 700 the font weight, so it is already bold without doing anything. But still, let's make it 1000 because this is as high as. Does it even make a difference? So 800 maybe. So I don't need to do this, I guess. Let's add font size to something bigger, like 5 RAM maybe. And why am I getting these bullet points now? Okay, let's not worry about this. They're not going to bother anyway because they'll hide it. Anyways, they'll be hidden. So now let's style the container. So everything, this slider container. So we only see like this one, and everything else is hidden. So I container height will be like 6 RAM to like so that this like G doesn't get cut out. You'll see you'll understand what I'm telling soon. Now overflow must be hidden to hide everything except the first one. See, now this looks like this, but the spacing is like too much, so let's give it a margin bottom of like -1 rem. Yeah, looks good. Now let's move on to I guess we are done with styling. So let's move on to animate it. JavaScript. The first thing I'm gonna need is to like get this whole slider. How we are gonna approach is like, see, like this is a how do I explain it? This is a whole list, like whole list. So we will like move it like 25% up. So we are now on the second element, and then bring the first element to the bottom of the list and keep on doing this. So we will get that this kind of animation which will like do it infinitely. So let's see what I'm telling. I am not going to like hide it so you can see what's going on. So let's see the words to document slider, and let's also set the duration is like 400. So this will be the time for this animation, like moving up animation. We'll use it for the so now let's make an animate function which will be an like asynchronous function. That will animate this like whole thing. So first we'll also need a sleep function which will like allow us to sleep between for like 2 to 3 seconds, so we can stay on a single word for some time before animating or animating again. So let's make a sleep function. Sleep will take millisecond as an input and return a promise. Set. So that's it. One second. So next thing we are going to do is like, first of all, before starting animation we will have to wait for some time for the first word to stay before animating. So let's make it let's make it sleep for some time, around like wait, sleep 3000. Then the first animation. So we will use translate to like move the whole div like 25% up. So let's do that. So on words dot style dot transform equal to let by 25%, yes, minus 25%. And this time we will animate it. So words dot style dot transition equal to transform. We are going to animate the transform property. So transform, the duration will be a variable. So variable of duration ms is in out. This is it. Let's see it works. Why is it not working? So we haven't called animate yet. So what we'll do is call animate for the first time for it to work. Fingers crossed. So it worked. So this is what I'm talking about. So now look how this will look. I had to reload it. See, see, this is why this is there. Let's comment it for now. Now what we'll do is like bring back this whole div down and move move the first element to last at the same time. So it will go like this. Style dot, let me copy it. Zero. And transform will be set to none this time. Also we'll have to wait until this animation like finishes, otherwise it will not animate. So let's put that duration. And at last let's just do that, move first element to last. So that will be on words dot append child words dot first element child. So this is the thing you can do with like lists. So this list, that that was the point for using the lists here, otherwise we would not be able to do that. So Here's the list. So now let's call this function like infinitely. So I will just add animate here. So this loop keeps on going. So let's see if it's working correctly. See? Why isn't this animating? Okay. I called animate to it. Everything seems to be. It should work. Nothing wrong with it. What's wrong? Let's do. Why is it not working? Why does it stop working after the first iteration? Seems to be right. I want it to work. Is there some kind of error with like JavaScript or something? Let's do that here. Quad pen is like trash. Probably.
1 eternity later.
Spelling mistake. My bad. This should work now. Okay, let's see. This is working. So what is happening? Let's see. See, like the first element went to last. Again, the same thing. Same thing. Same thing. This is how this type of like banners work. You would have seen it in other websites too, like Auth0 also has this kind of animation. See this is kind of chop pivot. This is also the same thing. This is how this type of, maybe next time we'll make something like this. So I would have this on my code pen, so please check it out. Feel free to change anything you want or something. So I guess we are done for now. Why won't it refresh? This is probably like worst video ever, but whatever. So this is it, guys. I'm done for today. Like, share, subscribe, everything if you want to do it, or bye.